Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hi. 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 This is Arup. I think you have done. You have attended some courses where used to be an instructor. So uh, uh, for the degree level, I'll be instructor for the software engineering as well as software testing. So let us start with that. Do you have any kind of question and anybody planning for software engineering and software testing?
Right, sir, I had a different question. Uh, like
Yeah, please
uh,
go on.
when this course started, degree level had courses like computer architecture and compiler design, and suddenly they were removed. Can we get any information on that?
I right now do not have any information because only these two I can see we are having on the like stack right now, that software engineering and software testing. Yeah, maybe you can just send a mail, post a mail to the support team. It will be given in the offered in the future. But for this particular term, only the software engineering and testing from that particular uh, kind of elective. Yeah, yeah, Kunal, please, you want to ask something?
Sir, I have a doubt related to the project or the project inside of the course. Like in
Can
software,
you be
I'm
little
planning to
louder?
take.
Little louder?
Am I
Yeah, now
audible
it's
now?
better. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I am planning to take software engineering as a non-core course. But what I want to ask is, in the grading document, there are two things mentioned. There are two milestones that are given regarding software engineering.
Yeah, to
So
give a
I
brief.
want to ask,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
can you give a brief about the
yeah,
milestones and like what is the syllabus that would be covered in the milestones and
yeah.
something
Just
like.
going to tell that. See, like we are having the plan like this. We'll start with the software life cycle, like how software will be developed, like requirement designing, implementation, and the testing kind of thing. Now, every week we'll have something out of it, right? So we'll start with requirement gathering. First week will be entirely on that. What are the different kind of life cycle we have for the softwares? Then we'll go for the requirement gathering, then how to design the things like conceptual design, and how to design the UI, how to go for other designing part, how to test your design, right? Then how to go for the coding, what are the best practices, how to do the version controlling, documentation. So in and finally the testing. So in between there will be two, like one will be in the middle somewhere and one will be at the end. So middle means it is on the sixth week and it will be at the end kind of thing. So there will evaluate. So you'll be assigned with a project, right? It is a group project. There will be three people who are doing the project, and the project topic has to be given. Now the same thing you have to do, like whenever we are on the requirement, you'll be learning certain techniques how the requirement should be gathered. So you have to create a documentation for that. Then whenever we'll go for the suppose UI design, there will be some tools which will be taught, so you have to design that accordingly. Then whenever we'll go for the conceptual designing like a UML or something, so that you have to do. So whatever will be taught in the particular week, the corresponding thing for your project has to be done, right? And finally we are expecting a very small code, but it will be very similar to be developed what we have developed in the app dev kind of app dev one, like something a small website kind of thing, a web app kind of thing, but it's a very small application wise, but more on the software engineering, the documentations, designing, requirement gathering, writing the SRS proper way. So those are basically your project. So there will be, it will be evaluated after 6 weeks and it will be again will be evaluated at the end of the project.
So just one
Yeah.
more question regarding the software engineering. Can you just like tell, is software engineering, like you talked about documentation? So is software engineering more on the theoretical part of the quizzes? Like when we talk about the course itself, is it more theoretical or is it more programmatic?
See, concept wise, it's basically the theory you definitely have to learn. But along with that, definitely you will be learning certain tools. Just I'm giving an example. So for designing, you'll learn the design technique, that's a theory. But whenever you have to go for a designing, there are certain tools. You need to learn how to use the tools and you have to design the thing for your project, right? And that design will be evaluated. That's the plan.
Okay, sir.
So
So
whatever you will learn theoretically, that has to be done using a tool. That tool has to be learned and like these things. So the point is here, like every company having a particular tools which are used in the company, but we'll learn certain tools so that we'll have an idea that how to do that. That's the like understanding what we'll have in this particular course. Yeah,
okay, sir. I'm just guessing. Would it be tools like Figma?
it could be. Yeah, we are planning to have it.
Okay. Thank you.
But we can have a different, the same purpose, but different kind of tool also. Figma is an option. So we are planning like still like which are the tools few have fixed up, few still have to fix. Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you, thank you.
Tushar,
Sir,
so
uh, uh,
you have stated that you have a generic query on the degree level courses and not related to individual courses. Am I right?
yes.
Okay. So hold on. There is spot team besides me, and they might be able to help you.
So can I ask the question now? Or
Who is this? Sapnadeep, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's okay.
Hello.
Okay. So if there is any operational queries, you can join the Gmeet that is scheduled for tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This orientation session is only for individual courses. So if you have any course specific query, you can ask here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. I'm
Who
audible.
is this?
It's Param. Hi.
Yeah, Param, please.
I was going through the grading document. So for software engineering, in where the details are mentioned, it is stated that there is no quiz one, but on the end of the document where there is an image that is inserted in the document, it mentions quiz one. So is there a quiz one for it, or is there no quiz one for software?
We'll have a finalized plan like which will be given tomorrow possibly, but till now there is no quiz one.
Secondly,
Yeah.
we have to get 28 credits in this, right? So are we allowed
Total in the
to
degree course, right?
in the degree in the BSc in the
Can
BSc?
you ask it in tomorrow's meeting? That will be
Uh,
better because you'll get a
okay, actually
overall
it was
idea.
related to subject, but anyway, no, no.
Is there a
That will
meeting
be
tomorrow?
better.
Sorry.
Also, the project in software engineering. I hope it won't be mid semester shifted to as a different project as it happened during the diploma courses.
I didn't get it. Can you repeat? Like, what is that?
So since there is a project for software engineering,
Yeah.
uh, there was an adversity that happened with all of us during the degree course or diploma courses. Our projects were overnight declared null and void. So I hope this won't happen with
No,
the
I don't
this
think so.
project.
That is going to happen. Yeah, Param. Nitesh, you want to ask something?
Yes,
Nitish, sorry.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, please.
So I want to take the software engineering course as a non-core course, elective. So can I know what is exactly the syllabus that we can expect, or the grading pattern? Like, will there be quizzes or only end term or something?
See, grading pattern will be discussed, I think, tomorrow in detail, like with the next total meeting. But yeah, we are having the plan to have only one quiz this time. And the project will be in two phases. Like the first milestone will be evaluated after the week 6. Sorry, in the week 6. Then maybe after week 11. That's the plan is. We'll have a project and the project
So
marks also will be added. Yeah.
I mean, the whole course will be on a project-based thing rather
Yeah,
than a
yeah. You will
theory-based.
have the theory and your like as you have done like EQ, PQ, and GQ, there will be theoretical question as well as we are trying to put some other modules also for evaluation, which will be like tool based. Like there are the software tools for implementing design, then implementing UI, those kind of things. So we're planning something for that also. Yeah, like
Okay.
and
Is
as
there a
far as the
meet tomorrow?
syllabus,
Yeah. Please, please.
as
Sorry.
far as the syllabus, the first week will start with the SDLC process, that software life cycle. Then we are having the requirement gathering. Then we'll have the UI designing. We are having conceptual designing using UML. We'll go for the coding practices, the best coding practices, like how you should write your code, how you can increase your readability, then documentation, version controlling, finally goes for a testing. And we are having week 12 certain module like what you should do in a organization, like as a team member, what should be the way to communicate inside the team, outside the team, inter-team communication or uh, intra-team communication kind of thing. Then other practices which you follow in the software team. That kind of, yeah, that's the overall idea.
Okay. Thank you. And is there a meet tomorrow again? Will explain the grading pattern.
As Shyam was telling, like there is a plan for another ops kind of queries. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And about software testing is also same thing, or is only the testing
No,
part of?
software testing is focused totally on the testing only. The first week we discussed little bit of the SDLC so that we can show like where the testing will go. But other than that, it's totally focused on testing. Different kind of testing, like we are having uh, that coverage testing, then different kind of coverage testing, and we are having the technique like white box, black box, then testing like syntax testing, logic testing, symbol testing, different kind of testing tools and all, which will be explored.
Okay, so is there any co-requisite for testing, or both can be taken individually if needed?
Testing, I think we'll be using some part in the Java because you need to test something, na code. So we are planning to go for
Yes,
Java
yes.
codes, which will be tested.
Okay, that is okay because we need Java.
Yeah, you have done Java, so we are planning for Java testing tools. Yeah.
So you are going to use
Thank
Selenium
you.
for automation testing, right?
Probably JUnit.
JU. So in software testing, you are going to teach the manual testing plus the automation both.
Yeah, automation, we are going for the JUnit. Yeah, manual matlab how to create the test plan, how to create the test cases for a particular code. Maybe pictorially presented the code, or maybe you have given a code how to create the test cases, how to have a test suite like that. Yeah.
So for each life cycle, the testing will be there, like the way we are working. When we are designing, there is a testing. Then once the document finalized, then there is a testing. Then development testing, and finally integration, regression. All things will be covered, right?
Integration, regression, all these things will be there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Want to go next? AJ, you have some question?
Yeah, hi, Arup.
Yeah, please.
When doing the course selection for DL courses, I could say that we need to mandatorily select the core two pairs. So, why is that the case?
Can you repeat your question, please? Didn't get it.
No. While I being selecting the courses, we should mandatorily select the core courses in one term. Why is it the case? Because I don't see any
I think it is better to be asked in the
dependency
ops
there.
meeting. Yeah, ops meeting, it will be better, I think.
Okay.
Technical
Sir,
queries, I'm
when
okay.
is the ops meeting?
I think it will be announced like after the meeting sometime or inside the meeting itself, Shyam will announce something. So once I'm done like with the software engineering testing, I'll check out with the team like when it will be.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah.
there is a talk in the course strategies for professional growth, and there are grading out of that talk. How is that special talk? Can you elaborate on that? But how is that graded?
For software engineering.
No, for strategies for professional growth.
No, I am
What's your question?
basically I'm basically taking care for that software engineering and software testing, so I can answer any question regarding that.
Oh,
Yes, I'm going to say something. Yes,
Somebody was asking about strategies for professional growth. I
yes,
handle
yeah,
that
please go.
course.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi. Go ahead.
so there is a special talk, and we are supposed to be graded based out of that talk. How is that going to happen
Have you seen
exactly?
a TED Talk?
Yes.
It's just like that. Not
No, but
18
how
minutes
are
or
we?
so. How are we?
Yeah, how are
Continue.
we going to be graded for the talk? Like, is there going to be a test based on the talk or something?
Not a test. We will give you guidelines on how to do a proper presentation. So based on
Okay.
the learning that you have gained, the knowledge that you have gained by going through the course, you can just give a generic talk. We
Oh,
will
okay. We would
evaluate.
have to give a talk.
Yes, yes.
I thought someone would. Oh, okay, okay. That was
No, no, no. Assessment means if there is a quiz, students take the quiz, right?
yes.
Similarly, for the special talk, students have to do.
And what would be the topic that we could choose for the talk? Can you just?
Open topic, any topic under the sun. It's up to you to choose.
Okay, okay. Thank you. And what would be the dates and deadlines that we would
Uh,
have to be go through?
I believe it will
Because
not clash with quiz 2, but it would be on a
okay,
later date after quiz 2. I believe it's 26 or 27 November.
26 or 27. Okay, okay. And just
Saturday
a
or Sunday.
small request
Yes.
for like courses like BDM and BA, where there was only one quiz. So what they did on those courses is they did both of the quizzes, but they took best one out of the two quizzes with the same
Yes.
syllabus. Can something similar happen for this course as well?
Uh, a person has to give 2 quizzes. Unfortunately, some might miss one quiz because of their circumstances. In that
Yeah.
case, they would be evaluated out of 90 marks, I guess so. So in
No,
this
there is
course,
only one quiz in the course. Strategies for professional growth. It says that there is
uh,
only quiz one.
yes, consider TED Talk,
I
that is
guess
special talk as
talk is
quiz 2.
alternative to quiz one.
Exactly, Mark.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Sir, what will be the questions like in quiz for strategies for professional growth?
The end term exam will have subjective as well as objective component. Objective is just MCQ and MSQ based on the content that you will be going through in all the 12 weeks. In subjective assessment, we will give you a title and you have to write an essay, or there will be a case study based on which there will be some questions which you will have to answer.
When you're telling essay means we need to write some paragraph, 100 word or 200 word, right?
The word limit will be specified during the exam. We will give you a non-graded practice assignment after week 5 or 6. By going through that, you will be able to understand how to draft a proper essay in the interim exam.
So I have a question for software engineering projects. Can I ask?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So regarding the projects, do we have to form our own groups or the groups will be decided by the pod team?
It will be decided.
Okay. How many group members per group?
Still now what you have decided? 3 members per group.
Sorry?
3 members per group.
3 members. Okay.
3 members. Yeah.
Thanks.
So one doubt here for software engineering, there is only weightage as for quiz 2. So what about quiz 1? It will not be graded.
I think it won't be there, but we need to take the final call. So maybe in the next meeting, like whenever you will have the opt-in meeting, we will just come to know. But it won't be there. Yeah, that's mostly the thing.
And sir, there is a peer review in the software engineering.
Yeah,
I think there would be very less number of students, like 20, 30 in the course, to do the peer reviews. If that is something
I will
there.
take some decision at that time. Let us find out how many people comes. Yeah,
Okay, how
could
many
be
people are there in
possible.
the degree level, if you have the numbers?
No, I don't have the numbers.
Okay.
Can you brief us about the AI search methods course?
Anybody from AI team? I think you can ask after some time. They will join.
What is the meeting tomorrow about?
I told there will be a meeting specific to the ops queries, but I'm not sure when it will be.
The bot
It will be
team
informed.
says that they sent an email stating
Okay.
that there would be a session from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. where you can ask queries related to the operational thing of the BSc program. Did you not get those email?
No, no email. No
I
email.
think the email was for general registration, where if you are having
Hmm,
trouble in registration, you can go to the mail,
exactly.
but not general operations. Like there is
Hmm,
still a lot of doubt about the NPTEL courses, and I don't think it will
Yes,
get
yes,
resolved in this
NPTEL
meeting.
credit transfer, all those things, right? It was being
hmm.
clarified in today's meeting also. I think you can join tomorrow's meeting and get those doubts cleared.
The
Okay,
same
okay.
meeting where the reminder emails are sent. That meeting.
Yes, general registration
So,
email, any Gmeet session from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow by Ops team. They
okay,
will
okay.
clarify all
But
those doubts.
do you know anything about like how many credits can we get from NPTEL? Is there any
I
information
don't
about
know.
that?
Sorry, I don't.
Okay.
Uh, like any other course team, is anyone from any other course present here, like for which we can ask questions?
I handle design thinking and strategies for professional growth, so I can answer all your queries related to that.
I'm from
Okay.
There
the
is
business
Arup
stream,
here.
Industry 4.0. You can ask me.
No, I don't handle that. Sorry.
Okay,
No,
sir.
no,
Sir, so
no, I'm
regarding Industry 4.0, I had one doubt. Um,
yeah.
Regarding Industry 4.0, there is a video uploaded on YouTube, which has the first video for a course outline, I think, uploaded on
Hmm.
YouTube in a playlist.
Right, right.
There, sir mentions like we might have some industry related talks
Yes.
in Industry 4.0. Sir, so along with that, and sir also says that there could be some Python scripts that we might have to run inside of the course. So again,
Right.
in Industry 4.0, I want to ask what kind of programming are we expected to do inside of Industry 4.0?
See, all the business subjects what we are offering from our team, like BA, BDM, and Industry 4.0, these three subjects mostly on the implication of those analytic stuff. It is not related to any kind of method. Like we don't use, we won't teach you some languages. Mostly it will be done on Excel. So whatever sir told you to run some Python code that we will provide to you mostly. You can implement the thing which you have done on Excel on Python so that you are not left behind in terms of the language. But as per the syllabus, you don't need specific any language. Only you need to explain your results. So it is more of like implication kind of thing, like business interpretation, business implication of the methods you have already learned in other courses, like MLT or uh, Python, those things. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So I can see the grading for Industry 4.0
Yeah.
is very similar to BDM and Business Analytics.
BA, mainly
Yes,
BA.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Business Analytics. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the assignments mentioned here, like it says, there are three assignments, out of which two
Hmm.
would be considered best. Two would be
Yes.
considered.
Yep.
So would they be similar to like Excel assignments or something like that, which we have had in the past?
Yes. Yes. But we
Okay.
will be having tutorial sessions on Python. so that there should not be any complaint from your side that I know only the Excel part. We never had a chance to do these things on Python because this is a data science program. So basically in our course, we are not very constrained to any kind of language. We just need your implication of the result you have got from any languages. Our main focus is the business problem, not the language, the platform you're using.
Okay, so the assignment would be like objective MCQ, and we can solve it anyhow.
Uh, no, that we have not yet finalized actually. Tomorrow, I think sir will explain it to that. Not tomorrow, like sir will tell you on that because this first
Okay.
time we are offering. So that the final touch, what exactly it will be, we are still working on that.
But
I
if you
most
would have
probably
to estimate,
it should be similar to BA.
I don't
Suppose
remember what the assignments were like. I did
business
like two.
analytics mainly we used to have in the assignments. We have the MCQs on those assignments.
MCQ. Okay.
Yeah, similar that you can 80% chance will be expecting that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how many credits are there for Industry 4.0?
I think that will be mentioned in your course syllabus. Wait, I also not sure. I think 4 it is, right?
It is
Yes.
four
Yes.
only.
4.
It
Yeah,
is four.
yeah, it's 4.
We had someone from design thinking as well, right? I had a query.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is also group project in the design thinking. Can you tell us the
Yeah.
nature of how many students will we create the group ourselves, and what is the type of the problem? What is the nature of the problem that we will be solving in
All
the
right.
project?
So this group project will be split into 3 parts, 3 milestones, and you can form your own team members by the first or second week, and it should not change till the last week 12. Uh, there would be several guest lectures, guest interviews in the course belonging to various field, ranging from say like SIBM directors, so Symbiosis Institute of Pune, to some astrophysicists and so on. So it's up to you to choose any field to take up a problem, apply design thinking principles, and solve the problem. So you target a customer from any industry, come up with your own problem statement, apply the design thinking principles, and in each milestone, you would be submitting the project, and we will give you a template or outline. And in fact, there will be a demo in the course also. You can go through that and submit your project.
Okay. Can you elaborate a bit more about the milestones? I don't understand that.
It's on week
Yeah,
3,
sure.
week. Hi, Sukrat. Sukrat, we were talking about the project component in the course,
Yeah.
and a person asked about the milestones there. So I was telling them that there would be several industry guest lectures there, and yeah, you have a presentation, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just elaborate on the 3 milestones for them.
Okay, so milestones that we have here at the end of week 3, 6, and 12. So once you enter the project, right, like once your group is allotted, whatever industry there is, so there are stages that we have put this entire course and the flow of projects into. So first, there will be a couple of templates that would be given to you that you can actually replicate and get your hand set on a certain set of tools. Say, for example, in the first submission, we would be expecting a mural template. Mural is a collaborative working space. So we would expect you to actually get your hands dirty there. Now, design thinking also, if I don't know if Sham has told you about what this entire course is about. So there are different stages of applying design thinking. So those are empathize, analyze, solve, and test. There are different variations of it in which there comes ideation, and prototyping, and then testing. But in this format of it, we are giving you empathize, analyze, solve, and test. Now, considering these four different
parts of design thinking and how you're going to apply it, we have divided the milestones according to these stages, along with the progression of the app that you will be making at the end of it. Right. So milestones would include you actually interacting with people, you probably making a video or documenting your interactions with people. There will be, a certain set of screenshots or a video of the prototype of the app that you're making. There will be marketing tools that we will ask of you at the end of the 6 months. Definitely, along with all of that, we will be guiding you, not that you would be, left all on your own, but we'll be guiding you as to what exactly is expected out of you and what you want so what you would want and require to make all of that, right? So as from our like the course instructor side, we are giving you the content and how to create it. All we want in return is for your group to be a little proactive, since you are right now in the degree level. So we would expect your participation and your inquisitive, your enthusiasm, because it's a fun subject altogether, but it demands some sort of commitment, and that is what this project and all the milestones are all about. So just adhere to the timelines, and we will help you out at basically every stage. So if there's any other thing, you can ask.
There was a very interesting question regarding the design thinking in the query form,
Okay.
and it states that what is the mode of redressal if teammates underperform or do not put enough efforts? We
What is
expected
the
this, right?
Sorry?
What if the team members do not put enough efforts or underperform?
Okay, I like this question. Okay, so what happens is that teams do behave like that. Okay, there'll be one person who will doing most of the work. There'll be other person who will just be freeloading and taking credits. That is exactly why actually in while I was preparing this presentation, right? This is the third point that I wrote here: collaborative working. So when you actually step out in a corporate environment and all of that, uh, there also there will be people who will be slacking, there will be people who will be super proactive. Okay, so when the groups are divided, of course you will have to coordinate amongst yourselves. That is something that you have to do, and that comes with a challenge, and that comes as a challenge for you. And I mean, if you guys see, when we talk to students and when they're presenting, or when they're actually just talking to us, we get to know who actually works. Okay, so from an educator's point of view, I know the person who's putting in efforts and the person who's just there for the heck of it. And there are sometimes that people are not even present there and they still get credit and marks for it. So on your end, you have to be sincere enough, and you have to know that you've put in money and you're putting in time and effort into this project. So you have to do justice to it. The people who are not willing to do it will not do it anyway, right? So at least from your end, you have to push it and just perform. So it also does really matter how you coordinate with your classmates and your teammates, because it's not a single person's job to finish this project. So you have to somehow find that chemistry, make that coordination, meet up at timings which suit all of you, and then at the end of the the deadline, produce some tangible result.
This is why we specifically have teamwork and getting along as the first week module in the strategies for professional growth course.
Yeah. So there is also to help you out with this problem of team working. In the first week itself, Sham himself is telling you a lot about project management. So project management would be something about search. Excuse me, I'm not very well right now. Yeah. So in project management, you would be getting to know about how to allocate your tasks, how you are going to, distribute responsibilities. So that way, at least there will be a document of who is going to perform what and what is assigned to whom. So there's like a proper, in front of you, it's like a dashboard. You'll see where the project is lacking, and who is lacking in the project. Wait, there's a comment here. I can't see it. Should I stop sharing my screen, Sham?
If anybody has any other query regarding design thinking, you can go ahead right now.
Yeah, so everyone in the same group will receive the same project grade, or will there be different rates for everyone in
So,
the group?
what we have planned is that depending on the number of people who join, like at the end of the day, when we will get the entire list of students who opted for design thinking, we are planning to divide the groups into either 3 or 4 people, depending on the number of groups that will be formed after that math. Um, the individual scores of the participants will be equal to the marks that are given to the group. So, say for example, you're in group A, as a cumulative number, you've been given, say for example, 9 out of 10 marks. So, individually also your marks would be 9 out of 10.
Okay, got it. And
Yeah.
also, someone said that we will be forming our own groups, but you just mentioned that you would be creating groups.
We will
Sham,
decide that very shortly. We will let them know.
Yeah, so in
The
fact, we
first.
don't know the number of people who are coming in, and
Okay.
so the problem is that if you guys make your own groups, then of course there will be discrepancy, and you'll know like who works how, right? And you will have your set of friends. So the whole idea of it is to let you in into a rather uncomfortable zone and get people working together. So at least my theory is to get random like make a random bunch of students come together and form a group and do the design thinking task, because at least that's how we've been doing in all our workshops forever now, right? Even when I started design thinking, this is how we were supposed to do, because friends, when they get along, they will somehow create magic. If random bunch of people come together, they'll have different mindsets, and that's how things will happen.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, I can't access the chat. Yeah, found it. So, is there anything else, Sham?
No, Sukrat.
Okay.
Are there slides for other courses as well, like this?
Man, I
There
don't really
is one
know.
for SPG. It's same as what's given on the website.
Okay.
So this
But
is
I looked at the website. This looks better and more organized. If you have more slides for any other
I
courses, that would be
have for design thinking only, sir. I'm sorry, I like really didn't
okay. Okay.
coordinate with the other course
Okay.
instructors, but this is what I made. I thought it would be nice for you to look at. If you want, I can share this with you. Although along with the grading pattern, you will get all of these details anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah.
may I know who's speaking? This is just the number. I don't know the name.
Yeah, I'm Abhinandan. Hi.
Abhinandan. Okay, cool. All right, Sham. If anything else is required, just give me. Nitish, tell me.
I don't know. Is there anyone from AI team or deep learning team?
Hi, I'm Arun from Deep Learning team.
What kind of course can we expect on deep learning? Like, can you the syllabus description or something? Can you prerequisite or prerequisite for the course?
Yeah, sure. So as far as the syllabus is concerned, yeah, I have shared a link on the chat box, so you can take a look at that. So we have a lecture notes along with it, so you can go through them and see how it fits for you. Yeah, so I shared it in the chat box. Of course, we have updated the notes and we have added so many new contents in addition to the existing contents. For as far as prerequisites are concerned, the only prerequisite is that you should have some, since we are going to ask some questions where we expect you to write a simple codes in NumPy. That is the only programming skill that we expect from a student. And of course, you have, you have undergone this MLT and MLP techniques. That is fine. These things are fine.
Thank you. And one more doubt is, will there be any difference if I take deep learning as a core course or as an elective? Will that
No,
differ anything?
no, in difference in what sense? You mean in terms of contents or
No, no,
in?
contents I think might be same, but it might degree certificate or something. Will it be mentioned as core course? if I take it as 4?
I don't think so, but anyhow, it is better to get it clarified from the operational team because so they are mentioning AA and DL together as a core. We haven't mentioned any prerequisite for DL other than this ML. So if someone opt this as elective, I think that's fine as well, but it is always better to get it clarified from the operational team.
I think it would be mentioned in the mark sheet that what was your core and what were your electives,
Okay.
not on the degree. And I just had this question that are core courses more heavier than elective courses, like in terms of time constraint, time that we have to give.
No, I don't think so because the syllabus is same for all the courses. Whether you opt it as an core or an elective, the content is going to be the same. The assignments, the evaluation, grading pattern, everything is going to be same. So there won't be any difference as far as DL is concerned.
Now I'm asking that is DL or any other core courses heavier than other courses? Like, is it how much time are you supposed to give for let's say in a given week for DL?
So if you ask me, so supposing that a person knows a basic calculus and basic matrix multiplication, then they need to for each weeks we have around some 3 hours of lectures. So and then 2 assignments. Put together, you may need to spend some 7 hours of time for this course.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, when you said assignment, 2 assignments, is it like one is theory, other is programming?
No programming assignments. So say for example, we may ask you to write a simple code in order to get the answer. So it will not be part of the, of course, there is no programming assignments at all, but we ask questions based on some simple programs where you need to enter answers. When I meant 2 assignments, I meant just this practice and graded assignments.
Sir, like that was in MLP.
Sorry, which one you are referring to?
Assignments like in MLP where we were supposed to write the whole algorithm outside in the new notebook and just input the answers.
Yeah, but not as intense as that course. It is going to be very simple one. Meaning that, say for example, we would like you to enter the set of weights for a perceptron after some iteration. So making hand calculation takes a lot of time. So in that time, we ask you to write a simple code in NumPy or whatever the package you want to.
So will there be any OPPs for deep learning?
No OPPs for the reason that deep learning models are really huge. So even to get some acceptable performance, right? Even to test whether the model is performing well or not in the examination, we need a huge data, and then the model is comparatively very big. So if you run it, it takes at least, no matter whether you use a Colab GPU or not, it takes at least some 20 to 25 minutes. So as of now, we are thinking to avoid it in order to to avoid some unnecessary things. So we completely avoid OPPE. So we purely provide you grade based on the assignment questions and then quiz and then final exam. And to get some, so since deep learning is also is well sought after skill in most of the industries today. Keeping that in mind, so we are creating collabs which are optional where you can implement these architectures using the existing framework. We implement everything and show you this is how we have to develop some application using deep learning architectures. But you are not, it will not be the part of any assessment. This is completely optional.
Yeah, so far in MLP or MLT, the notebooks were never shared. So is it going to be the same practice here?
No, we are sharing everything. So the lecture slides are there on the sites I shared, and we have upgraded the site, all the lecture contents to slides.com, where we build so many interactive applets. So it is open to everyone in the globe. So you will get an access to all the contents. and then we release all the collabs, whatever we work on. So we don't do that.
And is it mandatory that we should take the two core courses together, or can we break them into two sessions? I mean, two terms.
Yeah, that again goes to operational team. We are not yet sure about that.
At the moment, it is not allowing to register if you.
Sorry.
At the moment, it is not allowing to choose only one.
Okay, so which means you have to take two courses in a single term.
Yes. I mean,
Okay, so
I think core is, I think you cannot leave out, I think, both of them as well. You need to pick the core in this term, I guess.
yeah, so I send send a message to the team. Let them answer on this question.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Arun. Yeah.
Yes, hi, Vikram.
Are we going to use any particular frameworks like PyTorch or TensorFlow within this, or?
Yeah. So we are going to use PyTorch.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
One more doubt here. So in the link you have shared, I've just seen a lecture video. So is
Yeah.
it the same as the NPTEL course videos?
No, NPTEL course videos, it was released some around 4 years ago. So there are so many updates after that. So there will be a content on transformers which is not there in the NPTEL course, and there will be a contents on deep learning compression techniques, which is also not there in the NPTEL. And we have removed some part from the NPTEL, which are not relevant in today's, present world.
Oh.
I would say some 40% modification compared to NPTEL to this course.
Okay.
Is it same with the AI course as well?
I am not sure about this AI course.
Yeah, can someone please elaborate on the AI course?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think no people are here, so I'm just sending a message. Let's see whether they join in 5 or 10 minutes.
Sir, can you also have someone join for speech technology?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, which weeks are heavier in deep learning?
Sorry, which week mean?
Which weeks have like more content theory-wise that we have to put higher efforts in towards learning?
So first week you won't see much difficult. Difficult in grasping the contents because it's about the history and also revisiting the perceptron which you already know in a different angle. The second week we talk about again thing that you already know, basic stuff, and third week neural network, and then optimization algorithm. So I would say from fifth week onwards you see new contents which you need to put a lot of effort for the subsequent weeks as well. So first 4 weeks you may feel quite easier because we are building the stuff that you already know about. But from week 5 onwards, actually you need to put a lot of effort because week 5 from 6 onwards, it's about CNN architecture, which is an inevitable architecture that are being used in all the AI industries, and then RNN architectures that is also inevitable, and then transformers. So all these things are non-negotiable skills that is relevant to the industry. So we are you may feel that those weeks are much heavier than the previous weeks.
You're talking about the deep learning course, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is autoencoders part of the deep learning syllabus?
Yeah, as of now, we are keeping the auto encoders. At least the idea is that as we are bringing in new contents, so maybe it should be covered in 13 to 14 weeks. So we are just thinking of, if we don't have enough time, we may remove this auto encoder stuffs and PCS stuffs from the week.
Okay.
But you will have an access to all these materials, but it won't be part of the syllabus for this course.
Okay.
Arun, do you work on any other courses? Only deep learning.
No, only deep learning. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, sir. So my question would be, even if deep learning is not a prerequisite to speech processing, would you still recommend that we do deep learning course first before moving on to speech processing? Or can we do the speech processing standalone and it wouldn't affect much?
I don't think so. If I referred speech processing syllabus long ago, but where they are not talking about any deep learning models, despite nowadays for speech recognition, all these stuffs, people are using deep learning model. So you have to check the prerequisite for speech technology in the syllabus, whether they have mentioned
Uh,
deep learning as the prerequisite or not.
no, from the course point of view, there's no dependency. I've gone through that. It's more of HMM models like hidden Markov models and etc. More of a historical, classical speech technologies, and
Yes.
then moved on to some of the new cat. I think maybe I don't know Cal is used or not. I think there are some
Yeah.
hi-fi gunsmen,
Yeah. Yeah.
X
So
vectors kind of thing.
deep learning won't be a prerequisite for that course.
Yeah.
However, deep learning is, of course, if you opt that course, you may get some idea how to apply deep learning models for speech recognition, all these steps.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. Hi, Nitish, you raised your hand?
No, I have finished my dot. I forgot to touch down.
Okay, fine.
Any idea on when will be added to the any discourse forums or something like that?
Hopefully after August 26th. Yet again, I am not sure on that. Um, the
When is
operational team will decide that.
when is the term starting actually?
It's from September 5.
Sir, September 2, right?
No, September 5, the Monday. I think, yeah, it's from Monday onwards. The
Content,
actual date, maybe the content might be released a week ago.
yeah. Content may be available, but officially it starts.
Yeah. So to see the new updated lecture contents, not the updated, you can also visit this link. So it is under, review, but you can also take a look at them as well.
I just had one last question regarding the course design thinking. How much are we supposed to code in the course? How much of the coding is required in the course?
In design thinking, there will not be any coding part. You can either
Okay,
choose to opt for low code app or no code app.
I don't understand.
It's up to your choice. You have to come up with a prototype. You can use tools like Figma or Miro where you have drag and drop feature. You can go with that. Coding
Okay,
skills
okay,
are
got
not required.
okay, got it.
Um, uh, I just want to ask if this is more of an operational question, but maybe have an idea on like how many people have registered into the degree level course, like how many people will we have as our batchmates?
I have no idea about that.
So one doubt here. So what is A for Bharat that you have been seeing in the slides?
That is actually an initiative run by Professor Mitesh Kapra, where they actually build the AI applications for specific problems in India, right? So lately they are inaugurated a center. Of course, you can take a look into the details of all these things in the site specific to AI for border. So if you click on that, you see what is going on there, what are all the stuff they are doing.
Um, just a question regarding design thinking. Yeah, you mentioned we will be allowed to use low code or no code services for tools for creating apps. And the course description mentions that we will have to post it on Google Play. We would have to publish an app.
Yes.
So it said the course PPT that was shown had something to say about digital marketing. So would it be a proper launch into the real world for all people to use, or do we have to worry about the scalability of the app while doing design thinking for this specific app that we are going to create in design thinking?
It's okay if your target customers are able to appreciate your efforts for coming up with this app. There is also it's called as customer journey mapping, where you go back to the customer and get feedback and share the review with us. Launch is also a component in this course. You would be required to launch it on Play Store, and more details on this will be specified in the course grading pattern or inside the course details. It's in the week 12 phase, so we will let you know how to go about that. With respect to digital marketing, yes, we are teaching you the concepts on how to market your app to the customers whom you are targeting. There will be a short module on that. You would be asked to develop a website where you take the app and display that these are the features and so and so. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
The team has joined.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, I just have a very small question. Is there a rough estimate as to how many students are about to enter the degree level?
No, Telegram, not yet. Rough estimate, we are expecting around some um, uh, 2 weeks ago there were a discussion, so it is about some 100 plus. I'm not sure about the exact count.
Okay, okay.
Um, do we have someone from the AI team yet?
I don't think so, Kunal. So I just pinged, post a message in the group. I'm not sure whether. So once if they reply, then I just let you know. I'll put it in the chat box.
Is there any plan to extend the registration date because we have some more queries to get answered?
Yeah, you may ask this in the operational, operation team, right? So they may discuss with the our respective peoples.
The Excel sheet mentioned that Professor Vignesh will be here. So would he be here today, or would there be another meet?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, okay, sir. One more thing, in the previous orientation that we had in diploma, Andrew sir actually hinted towards the fact that degree level courses might be a bit on the lighter side. So, can you just explain in short or in brief, what could be the meaning of the courses are lighter than diploma level, like if you believe so?
I cannot tell about other courses like the software engineering and software that testing. Possibly it's a little lighter than whatever course you have done in the diploma programming kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, got it, sir.
So my interpretation might be is something like this. So once you are equipped with the foundational knowledges and the rigorous coding practices, all these stuffs, then when you move on to deep any degree level courses, you might feel easier for the reason that you are already equipped with the foundational knowledge and coding practice, all these stuffs. Except that you are learning something new, but you will learn it quickly. Maybe I can take that way.
As far as I'm seeing in the degree level courses, like I'm yet to just register for the courses. Most of the things in degree level seem to be application based. So is it going to be the same for uh, many courses, like even for the courses that are about to come in degree level in later stages?
We could not comment on that one, right, Kunal? Because of course there may be a number of courses coming in. It's quite difficult to comment on it.
Got it, sir. one small question regarding software engineering. In the grading document, like you mentioned, we might be seeing something like preparing documentation or making re- yes, so making requirements like documents regarding software in the course. So there are two milestones mentioned. So is this going to be just one project for which we are going to be judged at different levels, like in design thinking? Like I want to ask, what are the what do the milestones suggest?
I think you are breaking.
Okay. Yeah. Am I clear now?
Yeah, Kunal, can you repeat?
Yes. So, my question is like there are different milestones given. So, at the end of the project, like what is the product or service that we are going to create at the end of the project? Like, can you tell something about that? So, in software engineering, like after milestone two, what would we have
See, it's
created?
very similar to the kind of project you have done in MAD 1, right? The similar
Okay.
kind of project will be given to you. Then you have to do all the software engineering for it. And at the end, you have to create a small version of the project. It's not full-fledged maybe, but at least something you have to come up with. That's the idea. But you have to complete the entire software engineering, like requirement gathering, the process, then designing, whatever is there. So everything has to be followed cleanly.
Okay, so I am assuming in software engineering more important like the focus is more on the process rather than
Product, yeah.
yes, rather than the product. Like in MAD 1 and MAD 2, we were aiming
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
specific
yeah, yeah,
app
correct.
to be
Yes,
created.
yes. Even for the coding, it is more important, like how do you comment your code, how do you document your code, how do you version controlling, are you using the Git properly or not? Those will be the main focus again.
Okay, sir. In system commands, we were taught a little bit about Git. So is Git going to be
Yeah, yeah,
refreshed
there
in
will be
this or?
tutorial here also, yeah. Specifically for how to use it for software engineering. Yeah,
Okay, sure. Thank you.
thank you.
Regarding grading, I have one question. Like last time we had course participation marks capped at 5 marks per course. So, do you have any idea? Like this time there is nothing mentioned on the cap of course participation marks. So, is there a maximum participation marks this time, or is it just the total of 5 + 5 10?
You're asking for which course?
No, I'm not asking for a particular course, but at the in the grading document, the first point for course participation marks, after which we get a bonus on our total course score. So, do you have any idea regarding the maximum course participation marks that
Kunal, I'm
we are
not
going to
sure
have?
right now. Can anybody answer that? Arun or anybody? I'm not sure right now.
Um, this is a small doubt regarding some diploma courses last time. So, is there anyone here who was in charge for system commands or Java?
Yeah, I was for Java. This is Arup.
Yes, sir. Sir, so I just want to ask one thing. Like in Java second OPP, there was a certain section for bonus problems, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, in the mail for in system commands OPP, it was mentioned that if we were able to solve one of two of the bonus problems, then we would be given a certain badge in the course. So for
Mhm.
Java, there were also two bonus problems. I just want
Yeah.
to ask what was the case regarding Java and the bonus problems in the OPPE2?
The same thing has to be there. Have you received something or
Uh,
otherwise I need to check out?
no, no, sir. So I also assumed the same thing, and in the OPP, I
Okay.
solved
So
one
you are
of
able to
two.
solve it, right?
Yes,
You
yes,
are
I
able
was
to
able.
solve.
Yes, I was able to solve one of two problems in the bonus questions. So, was there anything related to that, or
Yeah, Kunal, I'll definitely check it, but you can raise it on the ops team also tomorrow,
okay,
right?
okay,
I'll also check it out if there is anything from our part. But I think the marks as everything has gone to the ops team. So
okay, okay,
maybe
sir.
they
So,
should be able
so,
to
so
answer that.
tomorrow in tomorrow's meeting, would we have Andrew sir, Bharti ma'am, Vignesh sir, everyone in
I'm
tomorrow's
not
meeting?
sure about that because it's written ops team. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, okay, sir.
So Kunal, they are normal meetings. Like you won't have those people.
Okay, okay. So because I was wondering like some questions sir Andrew sir is able to answer correctly or better like it is in his domain. So if we would have such a meeting like after post registration or something.
Yeah, I think like before starting, like we can expect such a meeting on like first or second. But in 5 to 6 meeting, there are generally people from POD, like people who
Yes,
do the registration.
yes, got it, got it. I attended one of the Gmails.
Is there any more question on software engineering or software testing?
I don't
Okay.
think so, sir. We are waiting for AI and
Yeah,
speech
AI,
too.
no? Okay, okay, I'll check out. Okay, okay.
Arun, sir, do you have any idea on the reinforcement learning course?
Not an idea, but I know it. I think it will be offered in the next term, Jan term.
Yeah, like I am like it has some of the uh, like good amount of syllabus.
Yeah, the content and all these stuffs are being discussed now. They are
No,
in.
they are online. Like you can see that, but you cannot see the course instructor. So you know who will be
Yeah,
taking that course?
the professor. You're asking for the professor.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Balaraman sir. Balaraman Ravindran sir. So you know him, right? So head of Robert Bosch Data Science Center in
Okay,
IIT.
okay, yeah. He was also during that Synopsium third IBSC symposium.
Yeah. So he is an expert in reinforcement learning. So he is offering that course.
Sir, do you know what we are going to learn in biological network?
Oh, I am sorry. I know it is being offered, but I don't know about the syllabus or stuff.
So why were these courses held back?
I think they are offered in the next term only, not in the current term.
Yeah, so like why were they held back?
No, I have no idea why it is so.
Because we were there are 15 options and we have to take very few courses to complete the amount of credits required. So we are most of the people are just taking any courses that they are getting.
No, similar
Is there any
situation like
overlap?
yeah, similar situation was in diploma. I think for if we are the first batch, so by I think second term all courses are ready. So by next term you would be able to I think take all the courses that you want. But even in diploma we only had 5 courses in the start out of 12 to select from.
No,
Uh,
the point is, there are only 6 courses we can take out of the 12 being offered, right?
15, 15.
So if, yeah, 15 being offered, so is there a overlap between set of courses that we take for BSc and the BS courses? So whatever is left out in BSc, can we take in BS program? How does it go?
But in BS also you can take only 3 or 4 courses. So we are going to miss a bunch of them. So I don't want to miss the good ones. Arun sir, can you point out from the view of data science which courses are the must take ones?
Sorry, Aditya, could you repeat that once again?
Yeah, so from the view of data science, which courses we should mandatorily take uh, from all the 14 uh, courses that are offered?
So it is a personal choice, right? I mean,
Yes, yes,
so
absolutely.
if you ask me personally, then of course, if I want to get into or if I want to, I have to first decide what problem I want to work on or what sort of industry I would like to work on. So I would like to work on this NLP and computer vision problems. So that is my passion. So I look for such industries. So if that is the case, then I will go with deep learning and the AI. Or if there is a computer vision course, I will go with it speech technology because all these deep learning models are being used for all these 4 types of problems, and that is what industry also wants. So that would be my personal preference.
Okay. So, like you listed three courses, right? Three more. Can you list three more? Mostly like from algorithmic thinking in bioinformatics, big data and biological networks, and reinforcement learning, uh, data visualization and design.
And also there are some courses you can take from NPTEL, right?
Yeah, but like those are the ones that we can take anytime. So these we cannot take anytime. So like I was thinking of prioritizing this. And anyway, we will get better support for these courses than
Yes.
NPTEL.
Yeah, that's for sure, by the way.
All right, like means courses that we like from NPTEL, we can also do apart from these courses anytime, right? But to do these courses, we only can do in specific criteria under credits.
One question, like, do we have deep learning, DL team here?
Yeah, Kunal, please go ahead.
Yes, my question is regarding the format for quizzes or the questions for quizzes. So, is DL going to be more of a numerical course like MLF, and MLT?
Numerical, what do you mean by that?
Like,
Numerical means
I mean the questions are going to be more on the numerical side, or like in MLP also we had more of like programming related or theoretical questions. In MLT we had more of numericals to solve. So how is the paper going to be distributed, or can you suggest a little bit on that? On
okay,
the
so
in
you
the
are asking,
quizzes, in the quizzes.
yeah, yeah. So in quizzes, it is going to be MCQ and NAT type questions only, no programming questions. So it is going to be completely MCQ and MSQ and NAT. That is true for quiz 1, quiz 2, and end term. Whereas in assignment questions, right, 80 to 90% of the questions will be again MCQ, MSQ, and NAT. And there may be, in the first few weeks, there may be some questions, one or two programming questions where you need to write a simple code in order to find the answer to avoid manual calculation. And in addition to that, we will release some collabs where you can see how these deep learning architectures can be implemented using PyTorch framework. That is not part of any assessment. So it is completely optional. So you can take a look and then execute and explore.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Kunal.
Right, sir. A follow up. Like we will have to perform lengthy calculations during exams.
No, no, no. We avoid, see, um, in the practice assignment and graded assignments, you have time and you can write simple code to, or you have time to complete all these calculations. But in quizzes, quiz 1 and quiz 2 and end term, you won't need to calculate anything, you know, much beyond 5 or 10 minutes. So we ensure that all those calculations can be done as per the question, I mean, the mark distribution to the question.
So we can like still expect some calculations throughout the paper, right?
So calculation, so it's very tough for me to get what do you mean by calculations. You mean Say for example, I ask you to solve some equation and get some answer out of it, like that?
No, sir, I will just clarify. Like, if you see the MLF paper,
Yeah.
in that, like the question was theoretical in the sense that, let's say you perform an NP NumP transpose, right? Then in your mind you will know how a matrix that is given on paper will have the output based on a certain code, right?
Yes.
So that is not calculation for me. But let's say if you are having to find the PCA as in MLF or find
Okay.
SVD, that is calculation
Yes.
for me. So I am asking to choose between those two.
Yeah, so what we are planning essentially for deep learning is instead of making computational heavy questions, we actually focus on conceptual questions where you need to find out the way to solve the problem. It might be simple to get, but we frame in such a way that unless otherwise you understand the concept correctly, it may take some time to figure out the way to solve the problem, but it is not going to be computational heavy. Like,
Okay.
say for example, even in the case of SVD, right, I can give a simple matrix by looking at the numbers in the matrix. You can figure out what are all the eigenvalues and eigenvectors if you know some properties of it, right? You need not
Yeah,
to
yeah.
solve for it. So like that, we ask questions. So that is how we are
Okay,
planning.
okay, okay. So I think good one. The paper is sure something to look up for.
Yeah, so we emphasize on the concepts, and I expect you to have a grasp on. So whatever you study, you should be good at the properties of those concepts in order to apply them.
Sorry, sir, can you like ping the team for AI and speech technology again, please? Because 7 p.m. is the ending time for this meeting, and it's already 6:48.
Yeah, Aditya. So I can only post the message. I'm very sorry. I mean, they are not in the group. That's the problem. I don't know whether someone is contacting them on an urgent
Okay,
basis.
okay, okay.
I just
So
conveyed it to the,
so thank you, sir, for clearing all the doubts. I think the meeting is anyway over, so I will take a leave. Thank you.
yeah, thanks, Aditya. We wait for a few more minutes. Yeah. Okay, I think someone has asked about taking two core courses in one term. Is that person here, or let me?
Sir, the question was asked, but I also had the same doubt. So if you can clarify.
Yeah, say for example, in degree level course, you have to complete two core courses in order to take any other elective. That is the condition, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so but you can opt for one course
Can
if
we
you want.
can we just opt for one course at a time? Like if I just want to take deep learning for this term and
Yeah.
take three elective courses, is it possible? Because the form isn't allowing us to do so currently.
No, see, it is like in this term, I want to study only one course, one core course, but I can't opt for any other elective course unless I complete two core courses.
Okay, got it. Got it. So
Yeah, so you
I
can
can,
complete that course.
if I'm just taking one course, then I can take one core course. But if I want to take elective, then I have to opt for both the core courses.
Yeah, you have to complete both the core courses.
Yes. Okay. Got you. Got it. So like we can take four courses still, right? Matlab, we can take two core courses and two elective courses still. Like we can go ahead with four courses.
Sorry, can you ask that once again?
Like we are allowed to take 4 courses still, right? Like we can take 2 core courses and 2 electives.
Yeah, that is
Will that?
fine. So
Okay.
if you
Okay.
think that you can take 2 core courses and complete it in a single term together with the elective course,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, they are mentioning that you have to complete the core courses and then only you can choose for go for elective courses, which means you can't do that. You can't
Oh,
register
okay.
for 4 courses. First, you have to complete it. So that is the underlying word.
Okay.
So this is the message I got from JK. So anyhow, if you're still not clear about these parents, I think it is better to ask it once again to Bharati ma'am or JK.
I just wanted to ask, like these elective courses, they are like predefined, like they have given a list of elective courses where we can choose, or we can choose like any NPTEL course as an elective.
Yeah, so on the side they have mentioned, right, you can get only 4 credit from the NPTEL course, right? So
Okay,
out of
so I
28 credits
mhm,
is
mhm.
you are supposed to, I mean, at max you can get only 4 credits from electives from the NPTEL courses.
Okay, so I can choose any NPTEL course is and it will give me credits.
I hope so, but anyhow, you
Mm-hmm,
please note it
mm-hmm.
down and ask it in the support team or Bharati ma'am.
Oh, oh, okay, okay.
Because
And like okay, yeah.
no. So there are 500 plus NPTEL courses. I don't know whether we
Mm-hmm.
can opt for any 4 out of
Yeah,
those 500.
yeah.
So it is
I
better.
when I joined this like course, there were a list of NPTEL courses as an elective. I think it was like the like I don't know, it was a year ago I think. So they gave us a list of I think NPTEL courses, but I can't find it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, they have revamped the website.
Oh, I see. Okay, so and okay, so if I wanna opt for these NPTEL courses, so like I have to complete the 2 core terms first, right? Core subject, sorry.
Yes.
So if I have done any like NPTEL course in the past, that won't count to it.
Yeah, that won't count to it. Yes.
Oh, okay, got it. Because I'm in diploma right now, so I was like thinking like if I can do like NPTEL courses right now, I will get the credits later. I was thinking, yeah, okay.
No, that's not possible, right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.